And the camera's frozen. Okay. Well, I suspected this would happen, guys. Uh, but I went through with going live anyway. Yep, it's frozen. I am, yeah, I guess I am going to need a new camera because this is ridiculous, dude. Yeah, it's weird. It only happens occasionally. It only happens occasionally. Third time it's happened. Yeah, I mean, it's happening enough to where it's like clearly becoming a problem. Good thing well, it's not a good thing. It would have been great if the GTA 6 trailer just dropped, you know? I could just have that playing on screen and nobody would care. Um all right, I'll have to get it in a minute. Well, I'm not sure what to do now. I could try resetting the camera. Hold on. So, resetting it seems to only be a temporary fix. That's the problem. So, I'm good now, but it's probably going to freeze again. Probably going to freeze again. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I can see it glitching out. Any moment now. I keep swaying my chair back and forth, so when it freezes, you'll know. I'm telling you, man. As soon as I start talking, it's going to freeze. I, all right. God, I guess it's gonna be okay. Like I'm telling you, man. As soon as I go, it's gonna freeze. That's what's stressing me out. Michael Lynch with the $2 super chat says, "Don't stress about it. We can still hear you." Yeah, I mean, it's true. I guess the audio is the most important part. Um, I guess if it does freeze, I'll just have to do an audio stream. I just feel like that probably hurts the stream so much, though. You know, it really is just not the ideal way to go about it. But all right, guys, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I appreciate you guys joining me today. Appreciate you being patient here as we have some technical difficulties that will probably escalate as we go further along here. But yeah, the topics that I had planned to discuss with you guys today, we have a couple of things. Number one, we we are going to talk about Fire Sprite, multiple canceled projects from them leaked, and a lot of people seem to be happy that that the games we're going to cover that apparently were canceled. A lot of people seem to be happy that they ended up getting canceled, which is interesting. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Lego Horizon Adventures. I'm going to give my review of this game. A lot of you guys have been asking me for a while now to start doing more game reviews, and so I'm going to attempt to do this. This is not the first game I wanted to start with, but it just happens to be the game that I just finished. So I'll give my review on that. Probably won't be an overly long review because it was a pretty short game. There's really only so much to say about it. But we will also be talking about probably a little bit more about GTA 6. I mean, a lot of people are really holding out hope today that the GTA 6 trailer number 2 is dropping, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. I would be kind of mind blown if it actually happened. I mean, there's still a lot of time in the day left, but I see that there's people like actively waiting right now for it to drop at any moment. My God, my camera's glitching out like crazy. Very distracting. Watch them drop a 7-second video. I mean, it would be funny if after all this, after all the teasing and everything that came out, nothing happened. You know, just like nothing, like Rockstar did absolutely nothing. It would be quite funny. But guys, listen, before we dive into any of these topics or discussions, I want to let you guys know a couple of things. First and foremost, my camera froze. Okay, well, become a channel member. That's what I was going to say. I knew it was going to happen. Become a channel member. I'll just try to reset it again real quick. See if it works. All right. Yeah. If it just keeps doing that, I'm just going to put something else on the screen. I'm just going to only do that a handful of times. It lasted longer than I expected. But yeah, guys, listen. Couple of things here. So the biggest thing is we're going like all in with members content. Okay, we did a members lounge yesterday. We're going to do another members lounge today. And on top of that, members now get early access to all video content on the channel. Okay, that's another perk I just added. So if you are a channel member or if you get gifted a channel membership, you can look forward to that. We're also going to be doing Morning with the Misses regularly on the channel now. So really trying to go all in with member content. And so because of that, a couple of ways you can support the content in the channel: become a member, gift memberships. You can drop a super chat. We're striving for a goal of 10 super chats today, teal or higher, and we will give boss some treats. And there's also a direct donation link pinned at the top of the chat as well. So thank you guys so much for your continued support. I'm only able to do this because you guys make it possible. And at the rate we're going, you guys are going to need to help me fund a new camera. That's going to have to happen, apparently. But it's still on for now. It's still on for now. Xbox broke my camera. Damn it. It's Windows, bro. It's Windows. Help MBG get a new camera by becoming a member. Yes. Yeah, what's weird about it is the inconsistency of it, where it's like there's nothing obvious that causes it. Just like every like couple of months or so, there's just like this day where my camera's like, I'm just not going to work today. I'm not broken. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not going to work today. And then the next day it's fine. And it's fine for months after. And then just, you know what I mean? It's very weird. Very, very weird behavior from my camera. Get it together. Get it together, man. But we will start. We will start with this leak regarding Sony games or PlayStation Studio titles that were canceled. There are leaks today. Now, I do have to let you know, there are images, some concept art images of these canceled games that I cannot show on screen because Sony has been taking down stuff that like this that leaks. But I will send you guys the article so you can look it over with me. Okay, I'm going to put it right in the chat. These are legitimate. Yeah, these are real. These are games that are not coming out. But this is the link to the article. And if my camera freezes in the middle of me talking, just, try not to pay much attention to that. All right. So Sony owned Fire Sprite's projects leak reveals canceled Unreal Engine 5 post apocalyptic live service game and sci fi battle royale concepts. Leaked Fire Sprite images reveal canceled Unreal Engine 5 post apocalyptic live service. Why did they just repeat that? Fire Sprite, one of Sony's internal studios, has been in the spotlight this year, but not always for the right reasons. Earlier reports suggested the studio has been grappling with internal issues, including claims of a toxic work culture, mismanagement, and multiple high profile staff departures. On top of that, one of the studio's ambitious projects, the live service Twisted Metal game, was reportedly canceled earlier this year as a result of layoffs in Sony's gaming division. The latest development adds more to the ongoing story. Newly surfaced images have revealed concept art and designs from two previously unannounced projects in development at Firesprite. The first was a gritty, post apocalyptic live service game built in Unreal Engine 5, while the second was a stylized sci fi battle royale title. My God. The game post came across a collection of concept art and 3D renders that offer a look into Firesprite's shelved projects. The images were originally shared online by a former lead artist at the company, showcasing intricate weapon and prop designs that were crafted for this game. The first set of images comes from a post-apocalyptic game described as a live service title. According to the post accompanying the artwork, the project was being developed using Unreal Engine 5 and seemed to be pushing for high visual fidelity. Unfortunately, this ambitious title never made it past development and was ultimately canceled. And so there's literally just one piece of concept art here that is showing some kind of tool or weapon of some kind or item. It does look like it's pretty high fidelity and maybe gives us a bit of an idea of the type of art style this game would have gone for. But it says, as you can see, these weapons are designed to look worn and post-apocalyptic, adding to the immersive atmosphere of the gaming environment, the post reads. The game was being developed in Unreal 5, which they already said. Interestingly, this project's cancellation draws parallels to the rumored Twisted Metal game that was in development at Firesprite before getting shelved earlier this year. Both were set in post-apocalyptic worlds, featured live service elements, and ended up being canceled. The former artist's resume also sheds light on these projects, stating, "I took on the role of lead vehicle, weapon, and props artist for another service/free-to-play project, but unfortunately Sony canceled this title." And there's another picture here of a handgun with some kind of, I guess, laser attachment at the top. Definitely looks post-apocalyptic. Actually looks pretty good, I gotta say. Trying to see, there are a bunch of images here. There's an image of a 50 caliber mounted machine gun, a submachine gun of some kind, an Uzi, some kind of missile, 45 caliber handgun. Dude, that looks terrible. Hold on. I don't know if you guys are looking at these images with me. There's like an image of what looks to be like some kind of sniper rifle or something, and it literally looks like a Nerf gun. There's a bow and arrow. Straight up looks like Nerf, dude. It is worth noting that Firesprite, they are working on a horror game, Project Heartbreak. Where can I see these images? I'm going to see if I can post the article here. I put the article in the chat. You guys can click that. I just don't want to bring anything up on screen because the last image that leaked was from Sony Bend, and that was that was actually taken down. So I don't want to risk doing that. But yeah, you look over these images, it doesn't like give you any idea of what the game itself would have looked like other than just the weapons that you're seeing. But it is worth noting that Firesprite, as of right now, after these games getting canceled, they're working on something called Project Heartbreak, which is a horror game in an established IP, guys. It's Until Dawn 2. Okay? So basically, this is what we're looking at. we're getting confirmation that Fire Sprite had multiple live service games in development. One was a post apocalyptic free to play title, the other was a sci fi battle royale. Okay, so it's clear that when Sony bought Fire Sprite, the objective was you guys are going all in with live service, and we want you to do, I guess, I mean, honestly, it sounds like this stuff was going to be ultra generic. You know, we want you to do battle royale, we want you to do something free to play, but instead, what happened is both of those titles got canceled, and instead, now they're being tasked with working on Until Dawn 2. So, is this a W? I mean, I think it is. I'll be honest, I think it is. I think the idea of, I mean, look, maybe one of these games could have been good from Fire Sprite, but I just feel like, man, I didn't realize they were tasked with making multiple live service games. Like, I knew when covering them in the past that they were a big studio working on multiple projects, but it really just sounds like when Jim Ryan purchased that studio, they were like, you guys are just going to work on live service. And it also further highlights just how destructive Jim Ryan's live service plan was to the overall PlayStation Studios, I guess you could say strategy, because we already know about games like The Last of Us Online getting canceled, the Spider-Man multiplayer game getting canceled. Apparently there was some kind of Twisted Metal game in development that got canceled, and I think there are others that ended up getting canceled. But now we can throw. Oh yeah, it was Sony London's live service game was canceled, and that studio was actually shut down. So now we can add two more onto that trash heap. Of live service games that were in development at PlayStation Studios that just, once Jim Ryan left, or I don't know if they were canceled while Jim Ryan was still there, but no one asked for Until Dawn 2. I mean, look, man, I got to be honest with you. I wasn't asking for Until Dawn 2, but this year I did play Until Dawn, and I really enjoyed it. It's like one of my favorite games now. So, I don't know that I'm against the idea of Until Dawn 2. I'm just nervous about how it's going to turn out, because Until Dawn it seems like it may have been lightning in a bottle. Even Supermassive Games, they tried to replicate the success of Until Dawn, and it didn't work. People were like, these games aren't as good. So the idea that Fire Sprite, a studio that has zero experience with a game like this, the idea that they're going to be able to just come out and be like, yeah, we're gonna kill it with Until Dawn 2. But I'll remain cautiously optimistic. I want to see what they can do. I think doing Until Dawn 2 sounds better than what they were doing, honestly. But yeah, we have yet to really see anything of consequence from Fire Sprite. I mean, they did do the VR2 game Horizon Call of the Mountain, but I don't think anybody's really overly impressed with that. Josh Z with a $10 super chat. Thank you for that, buddy. He says, the one thing I feared when Concord was canceled was that its awful development would spook all PlayStation studios, where now we can't even see these new games, and it's even bled into respected studios. Yeah, I mean, when you see something as cataclysmic as Concord happen, and the way in which it went down, yeah, I could see it definitely spooking a lot of PlayStation studios, and basically them looking at, Concord and everything it did and being like, we should do the literal opposite of all of that. And you can't blame them. I just, it's interesting when we think about Concord and we think about these two live service games. I mean, I will say this. Concord was from a newly acquired studio that Sony purchased, Firewalk, and Sony saw it through, man. They saw it through to the end. Regrettably, they're like, we're gonna take it to market. We're gonna do it. We're gonna commit to this, and we saw how that worked out. It was the worst possible outcome that they could have imagined. It's interesting to think that these games ended up getting canceled, but I do wonder if these games would have actually had more potential. You know what I mean? Like, what if instead of Concord coming to market, it was this post-apocalyptic shooter live service game. I mean, I feel like it couldn't have been as bad as what happened with Concord. It almost makes you wonder if like Sony really did kill the live service projects that had the most potential and could have worked, and decided to stick to the ones that had the least amount of potential. Like, rather than getting a post-apocalyptic live service shooter, we are now getting, we're not getting that. We're not getting The Last of Us multiplayer. We're not getting, this sci-fi battle royale. But instead, we did get Concord, and we are going to get fair games. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get the decision making behind like which games get to go and which games get to die. It's a weird situation, but yeah, I do get where you're coming from, Josh. I have to imagine that Sony and any one of their teams, that's what makes Naughty Dog's intergalactic game so interesting, with the theme or the aesthetic of it, where people are like, oh, this reminds me of Concord a little bit, and I'm like, eesh. Well, I mean, it's not Concord, but I kind of understand where people are coming from. Shadow dropped The Last of Us Online and all will be forgiven. Instant Messenger Samus says, is it true that Dead Space 4 got canceled by EA? Yeah, apparently, from what I understand, Glenn Schofield, one of the original creators and directors of Dead Space, he basically was like, we're gonna pitch this. We're gonna pitch this to EA and see if we can get it off the ground, And EA was like, nah, we're good. I see you guys trolling. GTA6 trailer's out now, boys. Let's go. Hype. What's up, Corey? I mean, I wonder, I don't know. I think EA, they really wanted Dead Space to be a hugely successful franchise, like hugely, hugely successful. But I just don't think it was ever meant to be that successful, I think because of that, EA is just like, no, we're done. GTA 7 teased. Bro, I'm telling you, look, I know I put it in my title and thumbnail today, the idea of, trailer number 2 for GTA 6. It's not happening. I don't think it's happening, man. GTA 6 is an Xbox exclusive, bro. Oh, man, Microsoft, they did it. They did it. And Corey the Legend Landiga comes in and drops the 20 bomb on you guys. Corey's like, bro, I see those new membership perks. We got to get more members in here. And he drops a 20 bomb. Corey, thank you so much, man. Guys, if you are not a channel member, make sure you click his gift icon at the top. See if he will, or see if it will let you receive a gift from Corey. Opt in. Perfect Image is like, I knew it was coming. YouTube's, it seems to be, oh, hold on. Looks like it's going to crash. It's going to crash. YouTube is struggling. And it crashed. Okay. Yup, I saw that coming. It was like freezing and hiccuping. And I'm like, this is going to crash, isn't it? There we go. Now they're being distributed. It was struggling there for a second. Oh, yeah. By the way, Corey, this one's, I think this is, that one's for you, but.
Say hello to democracy.
Nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
It's been a while since I used that one. So thank you for that, Corey. Arnold. Yeah, maybe we'll do the Arnold one a little bit later. But yeah, just a reminder, guys, we have a lot of membership stuff we're going to be doing. We will be doing a members lounge after today's stream once we finish talking about these topics. So if you just got gifted a membership, please tune into that and look forward to everything else. You also get early access to videos now. So there is a new video I put out today. It's out for members only right now. You can go check that out. You want the scream sound effect? Somebody drops a 5-bomb, I'll play the scream sound effect. Well, let me add that 20 to the counter here. I think that brings us up to 641. Yeah, appreciate all the support you guys continue to show. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting the second trailer for GTA though, man. I was looking at all of the evidence that people have compiled together, and I'm like, yeah, I've been down this road before with like Blue Box, and I understand why people like. There's a lot of compelling evidence there, man. There really is, but I'm not sold on it. And Corey drops the 5-bomb. Corey does it. He's like, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna do the 25 member run. He's doing the heavy lifting. He's like, look, you might not be getting a GTA 6 trailer today, but in the name of boss. So he's going to be happy. Dude, I don't know if you guys could tell, his eye is open very slightly. Now he knows. He knows.
Boast, do you read me? It's time to feed the beast.
I got new treats coming for him today, I think, too. You need the scream? Oh, yeah, we got to do the scream. The scream of joy. I'm very happy that we got 25 members gifted today, in case you can't tell. 646 now, guys. 646. What evidence? Someone was bored and started to talk. No, dude, I'm telling you, the connections that people are making, I don't think they're purely coincidental. I don't. It is clear that somebody or multiple people at Rockstar are messing with the community. But I don't think anything's going to come of it, man. I really don't. I'll be right back, guys. I actually just realized I forgot to grab my coffee, and that's going to be hugely problematic. So you enjoy Boss eating his treats. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Coffee is life. Yeah, I definitely need it, you know? All right. So where were we? It's not whiskey. No. Getting back to the Fire Sprite leak, multiple games getting canceled. I asked you guys earlier, do we think it's a W that Fire Sprite had 2 live service games canceled, and instead they're now working on Until Dawn 2, a single-player game in an established series, well, what will become a series. I think it's a W. I do. I mean, it would have been really interesting to see these new multiplayer games from this studio. I wouldn't have been mad at that studio because, I mean, Fire Sprite was purchased. They were purchased, and we never really saw anything from them. So it would have been like, okay, well, I guess we could try this. It is what it is, mates. Wake up, juice. Wake up juice. I don't think I've ever heard it called that before. It's one. That's one name, I guess, for coffee. Stimulant juice. How can we really say without seeing what the F the games would have been like? Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, shit. Hold on. Nothing can be simple today, right? It's got to be some kind of complicated mess. Where'd Boss go? Dude, Boss just straight up was like, yeah, I'm just going to sit up here until I get my treats. And as soon as I get my treats, I'm out. Dude, your camera is kind of bad. It's about time to upgrade. Yeah, I know. Well, guys, keep dropping those membership gifts. Keep dropping those super chats. Help me afford a new camera. Shems is asking if he crashed the stream. No, it's just an issue I'm having with the camera today. The contextual gamer, you're saying it's an L. They're running a tight ship and playing it safe. I feel bad for Fire Sprite. I mean, is it possible that the game was just not coming together? It was just bad? Because, that's the thing. Sony did decide to keep a certain amount of live service games active. Like, we're going to see them through. I mean, out of all the games that got canceled, like, we saw that concept trailer for the Spider-Man multiplayer live service game they were trying to do. And it just didn't look good. It didn't look horrible, but it looked like a kind of small DLC or something, like co-op DLC. And they were like, yeah, we're just going to cancel that. So I don't know. Yeah, I know the camera's flickering. I don't know what to do about it. Sorry. Studios cancel games all the time. Why is this a big deal? I don't think it's a big deal. I just think it's interesting. It's interesting, right? I've seen people saying like it's the ghost of Jim Ryan. It seems like it might be. I mean, you can understand why a game like Marathon's not going to get canceled. You can understand why maybe even like the Horizon game wouldn't get canceled. Outside of that, though, I don't know. I mean, Sony Ben's game didn't get canceled either. That's another big one. But, it almost makes me wonder if Sony Ben's game, I wonder if there was like some overlap. Like maybe what Sony Bend is creating with their live service world, it seems like there's too much overlap between that and maybe the type of game that Fire Sprite was trying to make. I feel like it's a possibility. The one who manages PlayStation Studios is Herman Hulst, not Jim Ryan. Yeah, that's true, man. The most painful cancel was Twisted Metal. I did see a lot of people were upset about Twisted Metal getting canceled. Yeah. And I understand why, because, I mean, they did the TV series, which was actually pretty good. They have season 2 of that coming out, and they just have no game. They have no game. It's really weird. You would think that that's one they would have tried to actually see through, just because they would be able to get people on the nostalgia. But I don't know. I guess it just... What's really weird to me is we get a game like Destruction All-Stars, but not Twisted Metal. Like, that to me is what's weird about PlayStation, like modern PlayStation. We get a game like Destruction All-Stars, but not another Twisted Metal, not a new one. Like, they don't even try. I think that is kind of what Sony might need to reevaluate. Yeah, we get Foam Stars, I mean, it's so obvious that Sony is just has been hardcore chasing trends with their live service approach. And I think as long as they try to do that, they're just going to screw themselves. If you keep trying to chase the trends, you're going to screw yourself. I don't see it going any other way. Twisted Metal Black was peak Twisted Metal. That's interesting. You're saying there are many Twisted Metal fans in India. Herman Holst is out of touch. We're gonna find out. I think Herman has until the PlayStation 6 launch. You know, every game that we see that comes out this well, I was going to say this year, it's not 2025 yet. Every game that comes out in 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, those are all Herman's games. So we're going to find out, man, if he's actually that out of touch. I think the Concord situation did kind of show that he was out of touch, but apparently a lot of people at Sony were. So, maybe it wasn't him alone. But, there's Ghost of Yotei, there's Death Stranding 2, there's Intergalactic, there is Marathon, there is Fair Games, there's the live service Horizon games. So it's like, how many of these games are going to hit? I mean, Days Gone Remastered is apparently a thing, and apparently that's going to get announced, and it's like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, the part of me is like frustrated about that because it's like, I'm not even upset. Yeah, there's Sony Ben's new game. I'm not even upset at the idea of getting a Days Gone Remastered. It's just like, so are you guys doing anything with this or what? You'll do a Days Gone movie, you'll do a Days Gone Remaster apparently, but are you going to like make another game? The thing that everybody's been asking for. It's crazy how Sony went as far as to make a Twisted Metal show but canceled the game. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with PlayStation like that, where it's not even just Twisted Metal, but like I just mentioned Days Gone. Like I said, Days Gone's getting a movie, bro. Like, they're like, yeah, we're going to make a Days Gone movie. You want a sequel? No. Very, very weird. It just makes me wonder, like, where the miscommunication is occurring. There has to be some level of miscommunication. It's weird that they made a Madam Web movie and not a game. Well, no, I see where you're coming from, Shems, but it is different because it's like the idea of a movie getting made that's based off a game, but a game that like people are like, bro, we just want a sequel, we want another game. Days Gone expanded and enhanced. You thought, B Flesher, you're saying, I thought the point of multimedia was for the show to lift the game up or the game to lift the show up. Why do one if not the other? That's my thought on it as well, dude. Like, you know what it seems to me? I think there is a disconnect potentially between what their overall strategy and ambition and what they want to do and what their studios want to do. I'm starting to think that there might be some conflict here because, like, I think Sony wants more Days Gone. We were under the impression that Herman Holst and Jim Ryan were the reason Days Gone 2 didn't get made, but apparently that wasn't the reason. Apparently the reason Days Gone 2 didn't get made is because the studio didn't want to make it. Half the studio didn't want to make it, or at least a large portion of the studio didn't want to make it. And it was causing a lot of problems where it's like if Sony put their foot down and said, no, you're making it anyway, they were going to have a very unhappy development team and a lot of people were going to leave. So they were like, okay, well, what do you guys want to do? And they're like, we want to do this shooter game. So there seems to be this kind of like disconnect of Sony wants to achieve something with their IPs and strive for, they have a certain level of ambition with their IPs and how they want to grow them, but not everybody within their PlayStation Studios family is like on board with it, seemingly. That's kind of the feeling I get because it is strange that it's like, yeah, we're going to do a Days Gone movie. We're going to remaster the game. It's available on PC. And it's like everything you're doing indicates that you see this as a franchise. Like you want to grow this. But there's, I don't know. I don't know what they're planning on doing in that front. Like, did they just give, like, you think about the Twisted Metal TV series, I'm sure they were surprised at how successful it was, but did they just give up on the game now? Chris Brown, a member for 17 months, says, I think Sony's in the middle of an Xbox like transition, kept under secret, which is why Sony feels weird and quiet. I'm not saying now, but it's coming. Now, Chris, when you say an Xbox like transition, in what regard? Like, what aspect are we talking about here? Are we talking about like, my God, my camera's really glitching out, bro. Are we talking about like Xbox's overall strategy, or are we talking about like I'm just curious what aspect you think? Yeah, you mean like day one on PC or something like that? Guys, if you're seeing flickering on the screen, I apologize for that. My camera is like really glitched out right now. My camera's really glitched out. Luna was crying at the door. All right, Luna, come on. Hit the camera. It's like it just explodes. Yeah, I'm going to laugh if that actually fixes it. No, I don't think it did. I did hit it though. Smack it around a little bit. Chris, you're saying not the core franchises, but I think they will make IP to be cross-platform everywhere. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Sony's got to think really hard about how they plan to do that because if I were Sony, okay, look, if I were Sony, it's like, listen, we want our intellectual property to be some of the most recognizable in the world, some of the biggest in the world. Well, you got two other companies around you, two other platform holders that also own a lot of IP and want that. On one side, you have Nintendo. Now, Nintendo has the most recognizable and valuable IP. Nintendo also does not put their IP anywhere. They treat their IP like very sacred, and it's only, they have a very tight grip on it. On the other hand, you have Microsoft. Microsoft has only fumbled IP. Microsoft has only hurt their IP. And, they have struggled to keep their IP relevant. So if I'm Sony, I would really have to ask myself, like if I'm an executive at Sony that has to make these decisions, like who would I follow if I follow anybody? Or who would I take notes from? Who would I find inspiration from if my goal is to achieve sacred levels of IP, the holy grail of IP? You're gonna take notes from the company that actually did it, or the company that has never done it once with any of their IP? That's why I'm like, I don't know if Sony's making the right decision at the end of the day with their goals of trying to expand. And yeah, and that's true. They follow the money, but maybe that is the difference. Maybe it's more short-sighted. Because the one thing we have talked about is it's not like Nintendo achieved that overnight. It took decades. And you could argue maybe Nintendo is missing out on a lot of money. You know? You could maybe make the argument that there's a lot more Nintendo could be doing to make a lot more money. But yes, I do agree with that. You're saying money and growth is all Sony cares about. Yeah. So it's like maybe Sony believes they can be the first one to achieve that level of IP recognition and respect while simultaneously having the broadest, widest appeal and making the most amount of money while being a platform holder. Again, lofty ambition, but I mean, it's not going to be easy to execute that. Their shareholders, yeah, it's not going to be easy. My God, dude, what is wrong with this thing? Beat the shit out of this thing. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of my camera, man. Oh God, I feel like I'm making it worse. Kiss it. Yeah, maybe it just needs a little kiss. It's got to kiss a little bit. Spank. Yeah, I'm basically spanking it. I'm not beating the shit out of it. I'm just like spanking it. Blow into it. I already tried that. Was it obvious that I was spanking it? What is wrong with my streams, bro? Maybe you think I should talk positively to it? You got it, bro. You got this. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. I believe in you. You can do this. I got to give it encouragement. It's like it actually just completely dies now. The camera's alive. He already blows into the DualSense. Don't make him blow into the camera. There's a difference in Nintendo games. The Nintendo games don't cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. So I guess when you consider that, it kind of does explain why maybe they feel such a, you know, a pressure to make sure they're trying to appeal to a wider audience. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how successful Sony's games would be if they were to cut the budgets in half. I feel like they would still do well. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I would want to believe they would still do well because I don't think graphics are everything, you know? Nintendo's budgets are increasing, though. Well, Corey, you're saying maybe the camera needs intimidation, summon the boss. Hold on. All right, boss. You're always walking around, growling at everybody, hissing at everybody. Put the camera in its place. Bro, he looks so tired. He's like, why'd you bring me over here? You got more snacks for me? Do it. Put it in its place. How many devs did Astro have? 70, making great smaller games as possible. I mean, I agree. I agree. It can be done. It's just hard for me to imagine like Insomniac or Guerrilla or Santa Monica making a game with 70 people for like $120 million. I think they could, but I just don't imagine that happening. All right, boss, that's fine. Did he fix the camera? Did he do it? What? Oh, no. Still glitching. Well, I appreciate you trying, boss. He just wants to sleep now. He's like, yeah, I'm full. I'm tired. Well, actually, now he's just gonna lick the the cat tower. Yeah, I don't know. The idea of Sony going back to double A games, I mean, I think it would be wiser than what they tried to do with their live service approach, having multiple games canceled. You know, I think it would be wiser to maybe try to greenlight more double A games, see what you can make happen there. I think Astrobot probably does serve as huge inspiration for not only PlayStation as a major confidence boost business wise, but the development teams as well. Because it's true, Astrobot was a small game, man, in terms of the scope and the scale of development. Smaller team, much smaller budget. 94 on Metacritic, wins Game of the Year. But this something we also do have to acknowledge though is that Astrobot's not selling 10 million. You know, but I don't know. Miles Morales. Miles Morales. I mean, I consider Miles Morales like a modern double A game. And that sold really, really, really well. So I don't know why Sony isn't maybe looking at that and trying to like maybe look, man, maybe Sony just gives their studios too much freedom. Did anybody ever consider that? Maybe Sony's just like, you guys do what you want. Hey, we think you should do more of this. And they're like, no. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. I don't know exactly how it works. Miles Morales was better than Spider-Man 2. I think people do feel that way. And Jakey Stee comes in with I feel like I've seen the super sticker before, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't. Jakey Stee comes in with a super sticker of a hippo on a gaming chair that seems to be doing something. Half donuts, I don't know. Thank you, Jakey Stee. Very random. Jakey Stee's like, which super sticker should I send MBG right now? I appreciate that, bro. Shorter games equals better pacing for linear games. Yeah, probably. At this point, I believe it. Yeah. It does seem like these single player games that there seems to be this kind of pressure where it's like, we got to make it like 35. Yeah. Drifting. What did I say? Half donuts. It's weird because it looks like it's supposed to go 360, but he's only going halfway. That's what the next Fast and Furious is going to be like. Yeah, I'm still not sure about this Venom game, man. I'm still not sure about it. It's like we have a direct donation from TBH Fishing. $2 donation. He says, MBG, your camera became self-aware, realizing it's a Series S. It's now performing accordingly. Enjoy your day. 2025 is going to be massive for gaming. My camera's self-aware. It's like, I'm a Series S. Bro, you're not. You're not. You're a camera. You're not a Series S. That was like such a savage burn to the Xbox Series X or S for no reason. I kind of like it, you know? I like it. He's trying to derail. No, I don't think he's derailing. Not at all. I think that's actually quite the opposite. People, dude, trust me, there are people who try to derail me, and sometimes they're way too successful at it. Watch me derail MBG. Hey, MBG, Last of Us Part 2. Dude, I have to tell you, I went on the PS5 subreddit this morning, and the first Reddit post on the PS5 subreddit, I kid you not, was it's right there right now. with 2.5K upvotes. I know I'm late on this, but I just finished The Last of Us Part 2, and it was hands down the greatest game I ever played. Dude, I literally said, "Oh, brother," out loud. I literally said it out loud. I'm not kidding, and I never do that. I verbally said, I verbally declared, "Oh, brother." Drop a modernized trailer for the long-awaited MGS1 remake. I think MGS1 is going to get a remake for sure, but I think it's going to be some time from now. I think Konami, I think, is going to remake that next, actually, after Metal Gear Solid Delta. MBG exclaimed, "Oh, brother." I cringed so hard, though, man. I'm like, oh, I froze again. Guys, hold on. I'm literally going to punch my camera. Okay? Give me a second. I'm just going to, hold on. All right. Self-aware, huh? You piece of shit Xbox Series S. Let me see if it fixed it. There's a chance I may have actually completely broken it now. All right. Let's see if me punching it around a little bit. Is it done? Are you done now? Did I set it straight? Oh, no, it's son of a bitch. Hold on, let me try. Okay. Now it's just like, bro. Oh my god. I'm pixelated. I lowered the resolution as low. What the fuck was that? Dude, what is happening right now? I lowered the resolution a lot. Did it fix it? Is it still glitching out? Tell me the resolution was too high. It stopped doing it, didn't it? It stopped. PS1 MBG. Holy shit, it actually did stop, though. PSSR is not working. Yeah, this PSSR implementation, man. All right, let me, what resolution is this? This is 64 by 640 by 360. Oh, man. Let me try 720p resolution. Let me try that. That's not 720p resolution. What is, bro, what is going on? The camera has become self-aware, dude. PS2 time. All right, this is 720p, so. It seems like it's stopped glitching out, though, and flickering. I told you it's going to perform like a Series S. Oh, man. We need the tools, bro. That's crazy. Now that's how you derail. Yeah, nothing will derail me quicker than my camera not working. What's happened so far on the stream? Oh my god, it's still doing it. half the stream me freaking out about my camera breaking down, apparently. We've talked about Fire Sprite's canceled live service games, multiple live service games canceled, some concept art of these games for weapons that were going to be featured in these games came out. And we were just kind of talking about Sony's ambitions with their IP and kind of reflecting on the live service journey. And my God, as you can see, my camera is trying to. It's okay, MBG. It's atmosphere. Yeah, it's Silent Hill, bro. Dude, oh my God. So last night I went back, or I installed Silent Hill 2 on my PS5 Pro, and I'm like, it's time to go back. And I booted up a save file that I had, and I like completely forgot on the save file like where I was or what I was doing, and I'm just like, I felt so like I was just so confused. I couldn't remember anything. I'm like, bro, I just played this game like a month and a half ago. Why I can't remember literally anything. I actually had to look up a guide to figure out like what was going on again. Yeah, but luckily I got my bearings pretty quickly, and yeah, I don't know, man. I really got to think about whether or not I'm going to try to platinum that game. It does seem like quite a challenging platinum. Elite Dude drops a $10 chat and says, towards the new camera fund. Thank you, Elite Dude. Yes, I'm going to need that. I'm not even kidding. Like, if this... See, I don't know what to think, because the last time this happened, the next day I was streaming, it was fine. And it stayed fine for months at a time. So it's like, I don't want to, like, buy a new camera unless I have to, but this is problematic. It needs to not do this anymore. Let me try lowering the resolution, or getting the resolution back to 1080. Why does it keep zooming in like that? This isn't too bad. I mean, this isn't the worst camera angle. You just started Red Dead 2. Holy moly, great game. Dude, Red Dead 2 is amazing. It's a long game, though, man. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a long game, and definitely requires a little bit of patience. But one of the best ever made, hands down. Let's see if I can fix this now. You know what I'm surprised about when talking about Red Dead Redemption 2? I am really surprised Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive have not released a native PS5 version. Like, I am genuinely surprised by that, because I don't know. Nobbins, you're saying Dirt Griggity clipped you yesterday, MBG? I wanted to say something, but he blocked me. Who the fuck is Dirt Griggity? Who names themselves Dirt? He blocks anybody who doesn't like Xbox? I mean, with a name like Dirt, yeah. I mean, it adds up, you know? Makes sense. The contextual gamer, that shit, dude, I don't know why. That shit's funny. Shadowlink, you're saying, my birthday was on the 19th and my girlfriend got me a PSVR 2. Then Christmas, she got me a Pro. I owe her big time now. I got her the things she wanted as well, though. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Sounds like you made out good. Bro got a dirt box. I don't know why that sounds. It's just so funny. Like a dirt box. Got my dirt box series 1. My dirt box 5. This is like watching a VHS recording. Yeah, yeah. You could. It's almost like it's intentional. Will I try to protect my children from playing GTA 6? I don't know. I have to see it for myself first. By the way, did that trailer drop yet? Did that trailer drop yet? I'm telling you, man, it's not happening today. I don't believe it. Oh shit. Yeah, Rockstar found a new way to make money. Um they'll start bragging about the Dirt Box 360. Dirt Station. Yeah, like I said, man, I don't think the GTA 6 trailer is coming out today. I think Rockstar employees are just having a little bit of fun with the community and messing with them. Fishy, you're saying, what did I miss? Well, we talked a little bit about some PlayStation Studios games getting canceled, some live service titles getting canceled. Um, Talking a little bit about PlayStation's strategy with their IP, reflecting on the live service mistakes, I guess, and also talking about my camera and how it's just like not well. My camera's very sick. Yeah, it's not doing well today. Yeah, nothing says fun like teasing a trailer and not dropping it. Yeah, I did see people talking about that too, how like they're just going to end up annoying the fans and leaving everybody disappointed. And I don't know. We still have the rest of the day. Maybe, just maybe, they're going to drop it later on, but I'm just not holding my breath, you know? Hassan Karaman is involved with this. Well, you know, I wouldn't feel that bad. We've been through the worst. It was funny on my video yesterday talking about this. Um, I responded to a comment that somebody left, and I was like, "Man, this reminds me of the Blue Box days." And they replied back, and they're like, "Man, I don't know what the Blue Box thing is, but I'll take your word for it." And I'm like, "If only you knew, bro." It's so funny. It's so funny to think that some people, I mean, people just don't know what that was. But for those who know, like if you know, you know. But at least with this situation with GTA 6, at least you can walk away knowing that you're still gonna get a game at the end of the day. It's real. It's happening. It's going to happen probably next year if it doesn't get delayed. The Blue Box situation was the worst because, I mean, that literally was led to nothing, which was very depressing. It's not your screen, Nick Taylor. Your screen's not glitching. It's me. It's my camera. My camera's having problems today. So try not to let it distract you too much. Let me go see if there's any updates with that GTA trailer. It doesn't. I'm not seeing anything. Is there what's the GTA 6 Reddit look like right now? Let me check. Uh Says, yeah, rip. Apparently, a few screenshots to wrap up the year was too much to ask for, Rockstar. And they took a screenshot of Rockstar's post that says Rockstar Store Holiday Sale. This sub is in lockdown mode for the next couple of hours. Oh my god, shit's getting real. Look at my face. Look at how stupid my face looks frozen like that though. That face you make when you're waiting for that GTA 6 trailer number 2. Did it overheat? I don't know. It doesn't feel very hot. Red Dead Redemption 3 is the fabled GTA 6 1913 prequel. Well, that would be a twist. How long have I had the camera? I think I've had it for like 2.5, 3 years. Well, let me see what else is being said on this Reddit. We are all just part of Rockstar team. We are all part of the Rockstar team, just not acknowledged by them. If nothing happens today, then I personally will never believe in any theory until it's confirmed by Rockstar, and I encourage you to do the same. Oh man, people are very serious about this, man. Like I can feel the weight. Everyone right now, come on, do something, Rockstar. No question about it. I'm ready to get hurt again. Bro, dude, they are in shambles. They are in shambles right now. But I get it. Like I said, I totally sympathize. I've been there. But this is on a much greater scale. It's on a much greater scale because we're talking about GTA 6 here. Kyle Say Stuff, you're saying back in GTA 5, they did release a few screenshots of GTA 5 during Christmas, but that was on the 25th of December. I seriously don't think it's happening. I don't think it is either. I mean, all right, listen. Here's what I think could happen. If I'm being realistic about it, okay? The most realistic, plausible thing I could see happening is if all of this was meant to get people's attention focused on Rockstar, on GTA 6, and they purposely did kind of do all this to get the community all hyped up and figuring out the theories and solving the riddles and whatnot, then I think what they're going to do is today they will announce the date for the next GTA trailer. I think they're gonna. I don't think Rockstar just drops it, dude. I don't think they're gonna do it that way. I think they're gonna make it an event. They're gonna announce like when it's gonna drop. And if we're talking about them actually doing this on purpose to get people's attention and to get people talking, and they want you to be paying attention, I don't think anybody would be upset about that. I'll be honest. I think if they dropped a post that said tune in on January, 3rd or something, for to watch Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer number 2, I think people would be like, we got it. Like it was true. We got something. Like we didn't get the trailer today, but we got the announcement for the trailer today. I could see that happening. But I just don't imagine Rockstar just dropping the trailer casually like, here you go. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, using a milestone chat member for 16 months. Thank you for that, buddy. You're saying we likely won't see anything else GTA 6 related until Rockstar locks in the release date. Not going to run promo if it's further out in 2026. Yeah, that's the most likely scenario, I think. I mean, I think Occam's razor basically that's what it points to, right? They could show us a new trailer at any time, probably. They could show us a lot more, but I mean, they have kind of Take Two Interactive has seemed very confident, or at least Strauss Zelnick, the CEO. They continue to say like, yeah, we're pretty confident we're going to make it to the holiday 2025 release, but at the same time, like this is quite literally, I think, like the biggest video game ever made. So the idea of it not getting delayed almost sounds unreasonable. So I could kind of see why they would want to wait until they for sure are locked in. Saying remember the last trailer got hacked, so they'll probably want a surprise drop. But that's a great point, actually. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, actually, that you might be right about that. You might be right. Maybe it would be too risky to announce the date for the trailer number 2 because they're afraid it might, it might get leaked again. MBG, remember, ex Rockstar employee did say they love these crazy rumors because it's free marketing and they intentionally leave it on for people to keep talking about it. Did it freeze again? It froze again. Oh my God, dude. It's getting worse and worse. I'm not going to blink until that trailer drops, bro. I'm not changing my position. I'm not blinking. I'm just going to communicate with you telepathically right now. Only Rockstar can undo this. All right. God, that's so annoying, dude. Seems like a camera driver issue. Try to update or reinstall it. Yeah, when we finish streaming today, I'm gonna mess around a little bit, see what it might be. All right, guys, it's review time. I am now going to review Lego Horizon Adventures for PlayStation 5. Six out of 10. And that concludes my review of Lego Horizon Adventures for PlayStation 5. Any questions? Listen, people ask me to do reviews on my channel. This is how I'm going to do them. This is how I'm going to do my reviews. Did I play Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered? I played it for a little bit. Am I frozen again? It's getting worse. It's getting worse, guys. I'm just gonna leave it up for a little bit. I'm gonna I'm just gonna leave the camera unplugged for a little bit. All right. So you just have to stare at my frozen body and face while I talk. But no, I will go a little bit more in depth with my review of Lego Horizon Adventures. Okay, so this is not the game that I wanted to, or I imagined myself, reviewing. Like I made the decision that I want to review more games. So this wasn't the game that I intentionally wanted to start with, but it's the game that I just completed. I did get the platinum for it. So this probably won't be a long review, but here are some of the things that I want to say about Lego Horizon Adventures. Number one, I'll start with the gameplay because the gameplay is the most important. The gameplay of Lego Horizon Adventures is extremely simple, very basic, and honestly, like very repetitive. And so when it comes to the gameplay design, like the structure of the missions, it's very I guess maybe I was expecting more, but basically the way they decided to handle this is they're retelling Horizon Zero Dawn story, but in like a kind of more comedic, lighthearted way. And I think overall they kind of nailed that feeling of like really just trying to make it silly. Um, but it was also just kind of like, all right, I guess this is fine, but not really. I don't know. It's not really like holding my attention very much. I mean, maybe if I wasn't familiar with Horizon Zero Dawn story, maybe I would care more. But it's Lego. They made it kind of over the top and silly and ridiculous. But when it comes to the actual like design of the missions, this is where I was actually like, man, this is I don't know. It seems like a bit too basic where you have basically four different areas that are basically, I guess, biomes from the game. And they do feature different enemies, both human and machine. But you just basically go on these runs. You just go on these runs that last for about 5 to 7 minutes. And I guess it's kind of like procedurally generated. And at the end of each run, you have like a little mini boss battle. Um, And so the story is really, really short. Like, I think Sony is kind of out of their, I don't know if it was Sony or Lego, but kind of out of their minds for charging $60 for this game. Now, I got it for $40. I got it on sale. And even for $40, I'm kind of questioning. Like, I feel like this may have been like a $30 game. Because this game's story mode can be beat in like 5 hours. It's very, very, very short. Now, not necessarily a problem if you're somebody who likes short games, but definitely something that I think anybody who may be thinking about playing it might want to keep in mind. But yeah, I know it's frozen. I'm gonna try to fix it in a minute. I'm just try not to dwell on it right now. Just have to imagine my face moving. Um, but yeah, it was like 5 hours long, and if you want to go for the platinum, it does extend the game quite a bit, but man, it's so ridiculous how they chose to do this. So basically, there are four playable characters in this game. There's Aloy, Varl, Erend, and Tirsa, I think. Those are the four playable characters. And you can level each character up. And when you level up, you get like damage bonuses and stuff like that. Pretty basic stuff. But the level cap is 20. Now, it doesn't sound that bad. It's like, oh, yeah, 20. You get experience points for every enemy you kill and every machine you kill. And I thought, like, oh, okay, so the last trophy I need after about, I would say, 8 to 10 hours of gameplay, the last trophy I needed was to get each character up to level 20. And they made it ridiculous, dude. They made this such an unnecessary grind where, like, it turns out getting your character to level 20, you have to replay the same missions over and over and over and over and over. Like, I felt like I played the same missions like over 100 times just to get two characters to level 20. And I was just like, whose idea was this? Like, I don't understand. Did they purposely do this just to torture people who want to get the platinum for this game? Because everything else is concise, it's short, it's not, and it's way out of balance. I mean, look, if you're playing cooperatively and you're playing with somebody and that's how you're choosing to level all these characters up to level 20, it probably is a funner time. It probably is better. But it to me, that was just like, I don't get it. I don't know. It was just really badly designed in that sense. But when it comes to the actual gameplay and the combat, like I kind of like didn't even say much about it because it's very basic. Each character has so like when you're playing as Aloy, you use her bow and you can get like a fire bow, an ice bow, and it helps you kill the enemies quicker. You can freeze them and stuff like that. Um, when you're playing as Erend, you get to use a hammer and you can unlock, you know, different power ups for your hammer just like you can. But ultimately, it just feels very very simplistic. It's a Lego game. You know, I'm not expecting there to be a ton of depth. I'm not expecting it to be something like holy shit, this is just like the Horizon games. But I would say the game itself is not bad. It's okay. It's an okay game. And I I don't really know that this is going to resonate with audiences the way that Sony probably thought it would because some of the jokes that they made were kind of funny, but ultimately it's like I don't know, man. I just I found myself as I was playing it just thinking like, my God, this again? Like really like I was just like thinking like more Horizon? Like Sony, of all the IP you have, of all the characters you have, you know, like here I am again with more Horizon. Somehow, some way, more Horizon. And I mean, to be fair, I didn't have to play this game. Um, and it wasn't like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just I felt while I was playing it, like, man, there are so many other PlayStation titles that if you were gonna make it Lego, would have been so much better than this. I will say the machines in the Lego universe are pretty cool. You know, like they kind of make sense. And there was like a couple of boss battles, but they're super basic, very simple, and you can kind of shoot off the parts or smash off the parts just like you would in the regular Horizon game, which is kind of cool. It's for kids though, right? I mean, yeah, it very much seems like it is. So, but even then, it's like I don't know, man. They tried to make Aloy like way more personable and way more likable, and I will admit this version of Aloy is, I think, maybe more entertaining than regular Aloy. But you could tell like they really were trying to like we really gotta make these characters silly. But it was almost like I get what you like I get you're trying to make these characters silly and even and more likable, but I don't know, man. I'm just like I feel like these did they have the same voice actors? They did actually. As far as I'm aware. The only one actually Silence's voice actor obviously was different because Lance Reddick passed away. So we got to hear that. I'm assuming the new voice actor. I'm assuming this is the person that's going to be doing the voice of Silence in the third game. Doesn't sound anything like him, in my opinion. But then again, Lance Reddick had a very unique voice, so it was no, it was not an AI voice. I don't think it was. Um, but I don't know, man. Like it felt like this Lego game was kind of an attempt to make. Here's how I'll put it. The idea of making this game feels like it comes from a place of people who really believe that this world is one of the most interesting worlds and these characters are some of the most interesting characters. And I'm like, dude, I think you guys are overextending your reach. Yes, my camera's busted. I'm going to try to fix it in a moment. I think you guys are just trying to overextend your reach here where it's like some aspects of Horizon are very interesting and this world in some aspects is very interesting. Some of these characters can be interesting, but it's like I I don't know, man. Something just did not resonate with me at all. Yeah, I honestly felt like I'm like I can't take any more Horizon, dude. The game is all about combat. It didn't feel like the gameplay doesn't feel bad. It's very, very simple, very basic. And I feel like that's very much intentional because it is a Lego game. You know, everybody's got to be able to play it. It wasn't difficult. You can make it more challenging if you want. They do have harder difficulties for sure. But the grind is really what pissed me off more than anything. Like that actually did piss me off because I'm like, are you guys kidding me? Like I just wanted to sit down, chill out, play this casual Lego game, be done with the platinum in like 7 hours. And they're like, but like, don't you want to grind your characters up to level 20 by doing literally the same? Like, by the time I got the platinum, I'm like, I hate this game. I hate this game. I never want to play this game again. Don't ever show me this game again. Like that's how I felt. I'll be honest. Um, because again, what they expect you to do to get to level 20 is to literally replay the same mission over and over and over, doing the exact same thing. I like grinding, I do, but when it's that monotonous, it's like, what the F? All right, let me see if I can fix my camera. Lego Horizon 2, let's go. All right, let's see. All right, I think we're good. Of course, my now my YouTube studio crashed because why wouldn't it? But yeah, man. Does it even feel like Horizon? I mean, they did the best they could. They did the best they could. It felt it did feel like the Horizon universe, and you know, I think that they kind of nailed the overall. My God, it's even worse now. They nailed the overall vibe, I would say, but I don't know. I think Sony's doing too much with Horizon, man. Like this, I'll put it to you this way: this game was totally unnecessary. Just totally, completely unnecessary. I don't. If this was an experiment, I consider it a failed experiment because I feel like if you were going to try to do a Lego game with an established PlayStation IP, I think Horizon was literally the worst one simply because I think you've already done too much with Horizon. Like there are other Lego God of War would have been I think way more interesting. Way more like, oh, okay, this could work, you know? Cuz again, it's not like it's a bad game. It's just I feel like Horizon is becoming less and less interesting with everything that like they keep trying to do more with it, and the more they try to do with it, the less interesting it becomes. I think what would have been even more interesting about this game would have been if rather than make it, you know, Aloy the main character again and tell the same story just in a sillier way, um, maybe just have some new characters, you know, have some new characters, tell a different story. And I understand that they're not going to do that because they're like, well, we want to use this as a way to introduce people to the Horizon universe. But it's like they made this game so silly. I just like, I don't know what the end goal here is. They made this game so silly and over the top with the presentation of its story and its characters. Like, for example, Erend in the game. I don't know if you guys remember him from the game. The dude with like the huge mustache and like the mutton chops. He had like an obsession with donuts. His whole thing was just donuts, dude. And it's like, what? Like it's kind of funny. It's like a little bit funny, but when I think about that character from the main game, I'm like, am I missing something? With Varl, I'm sure you guys remember Varl. His whole thing was comic books. He wanted to be a superhero. Yeah, they traded beer for donuts. Aaron is pretty cool. Yeah. And these characters, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but I think what it is, I'll be honest. I think what it is it feels like Sony continually gives Horizon a special treatment. And I think a lot of us are like, Sony, can you like not give Horizon special treatment and start doing more with other IP? Like, I don't think anybody is saying maybe some people are saying Horizon should go away. I don't think Horizon should go away. I think it is a big game for Sony, a big series, but I just feel like maybe it's just we should put a spotlight on some other IP, some other games as well. But I don't know, maybe this opens a door for that. So all in all, man, um, Lego Horizon Adventures, I wouldn't say it was a bad game, but I can also say that I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was like I would say about 3 to 4 hours into it, I'm like, okay, I'm just here for the platinum now. You know, like I see what you guys are going for. Um, I'm just gonna get the platinum. And if I can get the platinum and I can review it, then it'll feel worth it to me. But if I didn't care about platinum trophies, or I didn't see any value in getting trophies in games, and certainly if I couldn't talk about it on a YouTube channel, I definitely would have regretted purchasing this game, because I'm like, this is not very good in my. It's not the worst. It's just it's okay. It's not for me. Probably should have just went with my gut and not even bothered. But yeah. But I will say this. If you are a huge fan of the Horizon universe, if you're a huge fan of the Horizon universe, I think you might like it. Now, if you're talking about like, will kids enjoy it? Yeah, if you have kids, or you want like a game that you could play with your family and something very casual and chill, yeah, I think this fits the bill. The co-op's there. It's not a difficult game. It can be fun in certain moments. Um, but but outside of that, it's hard to recommend. We have Masochist Mode coming in with a $20 direct donation. Thank you for that, Masochist Mode. You're saying, after watching the Intergalactic trailer again, I think it still has a chance to be a great game with cool characters. The music is so good in the trailer. The music is really good. Yeah, people are super stoked about uh, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross being, composing that game. But the music was really good. I mean, Masochist Mode, I think that's fair. I wish more people would be willing to have a bit of an open mind. I got this like white hair, bro, trying to stick out. I'm getting old. You give me white hair, Masochist Mode. I mean, when it comes to Intergalactic, dude, my big question is, when are we going to see more of it? We've seen the internet's reaction to it. I've heard a lot of different takes on it. But I just really want to know when Sony's planning on showing more of it, because I feel like it's either going to get a lot better or it's going to get a lot worse. But for me personally, I am in the same boat that you are, where I would like to see more of it, in the hopes that I think it could be a very interesting game. It could be a very interesting universe. Naughty Dog could be cooking here, dude. And I need to see more of it to really be able to determine if they're actually cooking or not. Um, but I'm not in this space with Intergalactic where I'm just like, no, I'm not even a little bit interested. I'm not overly excited. I'm excited at the possibilities, not about what I actually saw, if that makes sense. Like, some of what they showed me got me excited. Some of what I saw is like, oh, the potential here. But I got to see if that potential is going to be realized. You showed your friend Intergalactic and he was like, oh shit, Naughty Dog is back. And he was hyped. Very interesting. Yeah. That's some. Don't get baited again ranting about Intergalactic. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna rant about it. Trust me, I think I've said more than enough about Intergalactic. I think Masochist Mode was just trying to say his piece, you know? Who the hell is Carlos with a milestone chat member for 10 months? He says, do you think we will actually get GTA 6 trailer number 2 today? One of the voice actors posted December 27th on his X yesterday. I hope we do, but all we can do is wait. I don't think we're going to, no. And I think you're talking about Ned Luke, I think his name is. He was one of the actors. I think he played Michael in GTA 5. I think he was teasing a partnership with nothing to do with Rockstar. It was like a third-party partnership with one of these PC brands or whatever. So I think he was just hardcore trolling, which is pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Do you really believe any of these rumors about GTA 6 when even Sam Hauser wanted to delay it just to prove Jason wrong? No, I mean what's going to be interesting is you know, once once the day is over and there is no trailer, there's gonna be a lot of really annoyed people, a lot of really upset people, but I don't know, man. Like, I say this with, having experienced it firsthand. Like, you really do. Like, if there's something that the blue box situation did teach me, because I know we look back on that and we laugh and stuff, and it is funny. But truthfully, it really did teach me, like, man, don't get invested in any of this shit. Don't, because, dude, you're talking about people trying to connect dots and see things where there might be nothing to see, or even if there is something to see, that doesn't mean anything's guaranteed. Whatever you think the outcome might be is likely what you want it to be. Probably not going to be what it is, you know? So there's a lot of people today that I feel like they have this kind of sense of, I figured it out. I believed, I put my faith in getting this trailer today. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be like, there are going to be people who are genuinely upset. And it's like, listen, man, it's not worth all that, you know? Like, Rockstar hasn't said anything officially. I think that's the biggest thing, is Rockstar has not said a damn word officially. And I think the people who are getting the most wrapped up in it, the people who are getting the most hyped about it, I still go through this with waiting for PlayStation showcases, right? It feels very similar, where it's like, so what did Sony say? Oh, nothing? They said literally nothing? Meanwhile, I'm like sitting here with like a whole setup like ready to go. Like, yeah, you're right. They didn't say anything. You know what I mean? I understand, like, people are like, but bro, the Rockstar employees, they're teasing it. It's like, yeah, but dude, it's like what we said earlier. They view it as free marketing, free publicity. I don't think they're going to get in trouble for leaning into that. Like, I don't think Rockstar is going to get in. I don't think any employee or worker at Rockstar is going to get in trouble for just kind of leaning into some of these conspiracy theories in subtle ways. It's not like any of them have come out and said something like, just wait till the 27th or something like that. Everything's been like, I saw a number and I saw this in the background of a picture or some shit, like, that's the type of stuff where it's like, you're treading on thin ice there, man. If you're going to choose to believe, like, and anticipate based on that. But Ned Luke, December 27th. Rockstar employees are smiling like the Grinch right now. leaning in and teasing the 27th and nothing happens. We need to riot. Well, the day is still young. The day is still young. Guys, by the way, I have to get better at asking you guys to please hit the like button on the stream. If you've been enjoying the stream and enjoying hanging out, please hit that like button. It helps more than you know. I'd really appreciate that. I'm 27. The trailer must release now. Trying to see if trying to see if there's any news on this. Yeah, the GTA6 Reddit is completely locked down. So no more posting over there. That's so funny. Let me go check Twitter, see if anybody's GTA6. Maybe the real GTA 6 trailer number 2 was the friends we made along the way. Okay. So GTA 6 countdown. All right. I got to tell you guys this is funny. This is how you know. This is how you know like people really are losing it. Rockstar Games posted today at 9:56 a.m. This week is your last chance to save during the Rockstar Store holiday sale. Get 20% off Red Dead Redemption for PC, 50% off GTA 5. You know, just basically showing some of the things they have on sale. And this account, GTA 6 Countdown, quote tweeted it with a screenshot of the post from Rockstar. And at the bottom of Rockstar's post, there is a link that you can click. And on that link, it says rsg.ms/743EC76. That's what the link says. This person says, could there still be a chance? They took the numbers from this link, 74376, and added them together, and they got 27. It's like, dude, I'm not going to lie, that's a crazy coincidence, but surely you have to realize that's a coincidence. Saying it's not even funny anymore. It's getting concerning. It's getting concerning. It's like, I've been here. I'm like, trust me, man, you're going too deep. You're too far down the rabbit hole, man. There's nothing down there. There's just emptiness. People are sitting at their computers breathlessly waiting for the trailer to be released while the people at Rockstar are on the beach sipping drinks on Christmas break. It's kind of sad when you put it that way, you know? Because I think it's true. 20% off equals trailer on January 20th. I got to see what some of the replies in the thread say to this, though. The community needs to forget about the game and stop giving them free marketing. It's hard, but the only way they can do what the community wants. Unfortunately, it's a necessary evil. Please stop. Rockstar Games headquarters is in New York City. Obviously, they're waiting for 12/27 to release it. Oh man. These are posts from hours ago. There are 27 capital letters in their post. Is that true? Is that true? That can't be the end. And there's like a bunch of pictures showing a bunch of shit. Dude, this is turning into mental illness. Straight up. I've seen it before, man. This is turning into mental illness. Very quickly. Put the damn prize in the bag, bro. Illegal Monkey, you're saying never underestimate the human ability to find patterns where there are none. Numerology, face on Mars, etc. I know, dude. I know. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I'm unfollowing and blocking you if Trailer 2 doesn't come today. Why is this so funny, dude? The GTA 6 cycle. Schizophrenia. Dude, I have to say the replies to this, the reactions to it might be the most entertaining thing to come out of all this. There's more time today for Rockstar to do something. The weirder that hour they post it, the better. Probably could literally drop something randomly tonight as long as it's before midnight. I'm high AF on hopium though. Rockstar's trolling. Stop it. Get some help. It's bad, dude. Shane Ramsey, a member for 48 months. Longtime member, says, holy cow. Come on, Rockstar. Give me an MBG 4-year anniversary drop. Just for you, Shane. Just for you. No, I do appreciate that, though, man. Thank you for being a longtime member. Means a lot, bro. There's a post from an account, just GTA6 Plus. It's just a random fan account that just simply said December 27th, and it got 4 million views and 51,000 likes. It's just like, what? What? That is crazy. That's been 4 years. Yeah, where's the time go, man? Let me see. So, guys, we are approaching the 2-hour mark. Okay, so speaking of memberships, we're going to be wrapping this stream up very soon, probably in the next 10 or so minutes. And we are going to head over to the members lounge. Okay, so if you are a channel member, please look forward to that. If you are not a member, please consider becoming one and join us in the members lounge, or consider dropping some membership gifts here at the end. See who maybe could get lucky and get a gift. I mean, I'm just looking through a lot of the posts here, and there's something that's very true is, dude, they just got free marketing. They just got free marketing, man. Straight up. The new Abandoned trailer dropped. Oh, shit. No way. It was real the whole time. It was real. You're torn between getting Alien VR or Space Marine 2. You got to go with your gut on that one, man. You got to go with your gut on that one. You think they're going to drop the trailer in January? I mean, at the end of all this, if nothing does come, people will definitely walk away never assuming to know again, which is maybe good. A New Year's Eve trailer. That'd be pretty cool. You know, it would be really funny if they just didn't even have a trailer made yet. That would be the funniest thing. Everybody's assuming that they like did make a trailer and that it's just sitting there, but it's like, what if they just haven't even made it yet? That would be some comedy gold. Like I wish like somebody like Jason Schreier would come out and be like, turns out that they haven't even created trailer number 2 yet. Just to show how crazy people have become. You want me to stop making live videos that are 3+ hours long and just make smaller videos, 20 minutes max? We don't have time to watch. We grew older now. Dude, I do release videos. Have you checked the video tab? I make videos almost every day. And they're usually under 15 minutes. They're like between 10 and 15 minutes usually. I don't know if you know this or not. There is a trailer made. The truth is out there. DJ Bruntmeyer, member for 18 months. Thank you for that, buddy. You're saying, here you go for the 27th Superstition, January 1st, 2025. Release 1 + 1 + 25 = 27. We did it. You solved it, DJ Bruntmeyer. Tell him to shut up, MBG, just like you told official Mark. Dude, I'm pretty sure I never said that to him. I'm pretty sure the official Mark gaslit me yesterday. The numbers, Mason. What do the numbers mean? All right. Let me see where we're past the 2-hour mark now. There's even streets in Miami that were teased with Rockstar or by Rockstar, and if you go onto Google Maps, both streets have a building with the number 27. This all could have been avoided if the Blue Box case study had been done. The canary in the coal mine. Yep. I don't know. It would be a hell of a thing if like 6 o'clock rolls around and they just drop the trailer. I hope for the sake of people's well-being, like, it's going to be bad, dude. Because I feel like if seeing the lengths that people are going to connect dots, if they were validated, like, you were right. I feel like that basically means they're going to be crazy for the rest of their lives. Like, everything they see now where they connect dots, they think they're going to be right about it, you know? It's going to reinforce that behavior. Don't do it, Rockstar. Don't do it. Now I'm rooting against the trailer. All right, guys, we're about to hit the 2 hour and 5 minute mark. I think this is going to be a good place to wrap up the stream today. And we are going to head over to the members lounge and hang out there for a little while. So before I wrap this up, if you are a channel member, just look out for a notification. The members lounge is going to go up. Hopefully my camera is okay when we do that. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in today, and thank you for the support. Corey dropped 25 member gifts today. Corey, I don't know if you're still here, man, but thank you so much for that. Anybody who dropped the super chat or direct donation, thank you guys so much for all of the continued support here on the channel. I can only do it because you guys make it possible. I do have a video going out to everybody later today. If you are a channel member, it's currently out there for you now. And also want to give a shout out to Devil Shooter for doing the timestamps for the streams. If you guys see him in the comments, give him some thanks. I know he really appreciates it. And that does it. It's going to be funny if as soon as I end the stream, that's when Rockstar drops the GTA 6 trailer. But all right, guys, Members Lounge is going up. And to everybody else, I will catch you in the next stream. So until next time, guys, take care.